Good evening. Hello. Good morning, wherever you may be. I'm Cassandra Joan Butler, Agent 56 with the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. So, welcome to Cosmic Connections, friends. We're going to be talking about the astrology of the week and also be doing some spiritual messages. And we try to meet here every Wednesday at 8:30ish. Sorry, I'm a little behind, but I just got off a wonderful Zoom class with Lilydale Assembly. So please make a note of that. We meet Lilydale Assembly. We have an Astro Cafe that begins at 7 p.m. and that goes until 8:30 on the third Wednesday of the month. So maybe you could join us for that. I would love to see you. Hi, Teresa. Good evening. Hello. And I'm feeling much better. Thank you physically, friends. I think we're still all in the throes of this transitional time, this karmic time. I say karmic because, as you know, let me do a narrative for you. The beginning of the Israel-Hamas conflict occurred, we talked about this 2 weeks ago, when Pluto and Mars were squaring each other. And of course, Mars, everyone knows, is war, and Pluto is total transformation. And at the same time, Pluto has been squaring or forming a 90-degree angle to the nodes or the eclipse points on our wheel. That's often considered to be evolutionary, karmic, like we've been there before. And indeed, one of the things that's helping me to, as a human being, to process the horrors of this conflict is to kind of step aside and use the astrology. I think astrology is good for anything along these lines, to give us a kind of a bird's eye view. It gives us a sense of understanding of the cycles of life. It doesn't understand what's happening on the ground, in the air, but it helps us process. And in so many ways, this particular moment in history, let's put it this way, let's make it very strong. This moment in history is about seeing the dichotomy between I and thou, Aries, which is the south north node, and thou, the other, Libra. I have some slides tonight, which I'm going to go through with you. And for those of you who are versed in astrology, I know we have a lot of astrologers in the room, you'll appreciate some of the insights. And those of you who are new to astrology, please join in and you'll be able to pick up a lot of the astrological nuances by seeing the actual charts. But I do want to say a big hello to everyone in the room. Angie, our energy and love and support for you tonight. Feel free to share for your own lives what types of crisis you might be moving through since the eclipse of the 14th. Of course, we have the human tragedy that's occurring in the Middle East, also in the Ukraine, elsewhere on the planet. But all of us are processing this polarity between extremes. So my heart to you, Angie. I'm a cat person, and we'll build that rainbow bridge for your little fur friend. Hi, Mary. Hi, Diane. I can't believe it's Wednesday again either, right? It's gone by fast. Linnell, big hello. Thanks for being here, Louise and Donna and Sherry. Hello, everyone. Nancy and Janet and Sweet Tea. I love your name, Sweet Tea. I've gotten into trouble calling people Sweetie, and it's not their names. Hi, Isa. Hello. Good evening, Nancy, Jillian, Leslie, Millie. So I know we're all sending you a lot of good, positive, loving energy as you process the release of your beautiful fur baby into the world of spirit. Hi, Peter and Jerry. Hi, Jen. So, my dear friends, you may be facing something of your own challenge this past week since the eclipse, or maybe you have not. What I've learned from clients and friends is that some people have had a very, very good week, that they've identified what they need to do for themselves to make themselves healthier. That may have been something that occurred to you this past week. I'm eating better, or I'm sleeping better, or I'm going to the gym. All of a sudden, I'm paying more attention to myself. So when I talk about the eclipses for this upcoming season of eclipses, and this is just the beginning, it's we're in Aries and Libra eclipses now. One more Taurus Scorpio, that's on the 28th, which we'll talk about as well. But as we navigate these storylines, keep this in mind. When we are doing anything for ourselves, we're actually helping to heal the world, because Chiron is very much present in all of these eclipses. All right, so I'm going to give you a little PowerPoint here and some reflection on the 14th, which of course was Saturday. That was the solar eclipse. And just a couple of words of explanation. People talk about eclipses. There are lunar and solar eclipses. Generally speaking, the lunar follows the solar. The solar eclipse is like a new moon. And that new moon energy is new beginnings. However, when the solar eclipse is on the south node, it's also a time of letting go. A little confusing, but keep this in mind. Here's the question of the week. What has been revealed to you since Saturday? What are you giving up? And what are you trying to rebuild in your life? At the same time, as we turn our attention to the lunar eclipse, when the moon disappears, that's going to stir up some emotions. So whatever emotions can be stirred up have an emotional body that's akin to terror. So these eclipses follow the nodal shifting. The themes that we are leaving is power, manipulation, and control. The themes that we're putting forward is sovereignty of self, healing of self, and also letting go of the shadow of the Libra parts of our charts. In other words, Libra, is that the nicest sign of the zodiac, Cassandra? Well, it is. It's a wonderful energy. Libra rules beauty, it rules balance, it rules relationship, it rules love, it rules social etiquette. But too much of anything can be too much. And the shadow side of the way Libra operates could involve fence sitting, indecision, being too nice and letting go of your own self, or seeing your identity only through the eyes of someone else. Okay. Oh, I love what Teresa just mentioned. She's giving up the self-doubt and starting a new job. Congratulations. Okay. Fabulous. Fabulous. You got clarity, Carla. I love that. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sherry. A lot of healing energy to you. Keeping in mind, of course, Sherry, that the full moon lunar eclipse is stirring up a lot of emotions because you're a Scorpio. Thank you for sharing, Donna. Sharing is caring. I like to remind people, if you are so inclined, to share this to your own site. And then what we will do is do a drawing for the Lunar Lights Club. I do a subscription service if ever you're interested in learning a little bit more about the lunar 8 phases. So in any case, friends, here's our chart. And it was for the eclipse on Saturday. This occurred at 1:55 Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time, 10:14. Now take a look at this amazing Sabian symbol. So 21 degrees literally is a Jewish rabbi. That's the symbol. But we always read the Sabian symbols 1 degree above. Not to confuse the matter, but if you have a symbol for 21, we read it to 22 because there's no degree for 0. We have 360 degrees. So the symbol preceding 21 would be a Jewish rabbi. That is this eclipse. And then for all of us, the image of a child giving water to a bird from a fountain. So I believe that's reminding us that we're thirsty And where are we on this symbol? Are we the child giving the water? Are we thirsty? Are we the bird? Are we the messenger? How are you filling up your cup in your life? That's the calling card of the solar eclipse. And because, like I just said, the solar eclipse is conjunct or next to the south node, we're trying to release the darkness of Libra. The real darkness of Libra is dehumanization. And even though, again, whether you're seeing or following the war close and close, you're feeling it in your vibratory cellular structure. You're feeling dehumanization on this planet. And what's going on in the Middle East is just one piece of many instances of dehumanization. As the karmic connection, Pluto is squaring the nodes. In evolutionary astrology, we look at Pluto because that's the collective. The nodes are the collective. A lot of people have been commenting that it's almost as if what's going on there is very surreal. Now, this past week, I had an opportunity to speak to a gentleman from Buffalo, New York, who was actually in Israel when the first wave of the conflict occurred. And he was hiding out in a doorway. He was hiding out in a doorway of his hotel. He said he never experienced anything so surreal. And so all of us somewhere in our lives might be experiencing, because of this eclipse, a sense of surreality, that our lives are shifting, not just because of the conflict, but other things are going on. Things are quickening. We're also seeing that this eclipse chart has an inconjunct to Uranus, unexpected revelations, unexpected ways of looking at things. And we also have Black Moon Lilith exactly next to the relationship energy. Some of you may be experiencing some betrayal or thoughts of betrayal previously. One of the things that can give us some solace, I believe, with this eclipse chart is that the part of fortune and the part of spirit are together, conjunct together, and they're opposite Vesta. Being opposite Vesta simply means that when we remind ourselves to connect with our inner GPS and do our spiritual rituals, that gives us a sense of control when life is out of control. But the overreaching energy with eclipse season of 23 and 24 into 25, friends, is about Chiron. Chiron is opposite this eclipse. On April 8th, it's conjunct exactly 19 degrees. So the next 6 months, we're endeavoring to go through some sort of healing. And sometimes we get the healing when we're seeing what we don't want in our lives. So that is one of the calling cards of not just the 14th, but the eclipse that's coming up on the 28th of October. So I'm highlighting the two eclipse charts. So for your preparation, think of what you're letting go of since Saturday, and think about the solution or new revelations happening on the 28th, because it is a full moon. And a couple of words here. The moon will be opposing Mercury. That's bringing dialogue open. Black Moon Lilith is now opposite Neptune in your own life. Full disclosure of damaging thoughts, attitudes, and that need to be corrected. Saturn is opposite Juno, seriousness within relationships. And Ceres is opposite Uranus. What new ways can you feed yourself? And there's still that crisis energy, but one of the beautiful solutions offered by this full moon lunar eclipse on the 28th is that there's a grand trine in water. And there it is. The grand trine is like a magnification and an emphasis on the elements of water, which imply compassion, empathy, including Vesta, spirituality, the sun, and Saturn. I wanted to also share with you the degree of the full moon on the 28th. It's called the bridge degree, Taurus, 5, rounded up to 6. So this is an overcoming degree. It's the idea that no matter what's happening in your own life, you can build a bridge to end separation. And I love what Rajar was writing here. Following a catastrophic setback, it can feel like the earth is opened up to swallow us. The best way to counteract this sense of separation and desolation is to engage in a challenging community project that gives substantial proof of our involvement and importance in life. The individual matters. We matter. Each of us matters. That's the bridge degree that takes place on the lunar eclipse of the 28th. Now, the bridge lunation between Saturday the 14th and the 28th is this weekend. So this weekend, friends, we have the quarter cycle. Second quarter cycle that takes place on Saturday the 21st, and the time of this particular configuration is 11:29. That's Saturday evening, quarter moon, and it's at 28 degrees of Capricorn. So this weekend is going to be quite intense because the moon, the lunation, is going to be conjunct Pluto. And Pluto is all about the story of transformation and letting go of rage and letting go of manipulation, letting go of control. So this is a big weekend, which is the bridge part to our full moon lunar eclipse. So please be aware of that. All righty. I'm just thank you for sharing, Christine. Thank you for being here. Okay. Hi, Ryan. Okay, Ryan, you should PM me. We'd love to talk to you. Ryan's feeling a betrayal. Hi, Lynn, Jillian. One of the things we were talking about in the earlier class this evening is that many of us, myself included, okay, I'll make no bones about it, since the war, since the eclipse, terror is coming up to be processed, literally terror. And I would submit this to you, looking where you have 21 degrees, give or take, of Libra in your chart is triggering a sense of terror, which might be built on betrayal in a relationship, which may be built on any sort of lack or fear or manipulation in your life. If you're feeling that, let it come up and do your best to extinguish that and release it, because by the full moon we're going to have another perspective. That full moon lunar eclipse is like a watery bomb that helps us heal from the terror that's been stirred up in the sky. Again, I want to give that configuration and for you to visualize this and let it go. Pluto, which is the great transformer, has been squaring the destiny mark and past life point, or the nodal axis. And that's been going on for some time. It peaked with the October 14th eclipse. So, friends, it's all about the healing, and we're really on a narrative that's beginning in October of 23 and culminating in April of 24. So we're really in it. I mean, there's no other way around it or about it. I'm going to talk about this weekend in terms of what we can do this weekend to bridge to the full moon. And so I'm going to go through each of the signs now and let you know where this incredible emotional moon conjunct Pluto is taking place in your chart. So if you're Aries or Aries rising, turn to your family. Look to where your family is and your sense of belonging. You may be wanting to do an overhaul, maybe take the energy of this weekend until the 28th to do a deep clean of your home, or do a deep clean of toxic emotions regarding family members. Taurus or Taurus rising, trigger what you want to do for creativity and joy and romance this upcoming weekend. For Gemini, it's all about taking care of yourself, your health, eating better, exercising, do a deep focus and be inspired to better your physicality. For Cancer or Cancer rising, doing another level of intensity, clear the decks with your partner, speak from your heart, allow them to speak from their heart, do a lot of healing within your relationships, your one-to-one relationships. For Leo or Leo rising, this weekend's energy is all about safeguarding your own particular power, taking a look at your long-term skill set to make yourself safe. That's often financial, but it's mostly spiritual, to really untrigger emotional fear. For Virgo or Virgo rising, speak your peace, teach, write, communicate your truth to others, Virgo. For Libra, elevate what you want to be in the world as a leader. Clean out the closets of your ambition in your career and get going on a project. Be confident, start a new job, do something that you can enlist the help of others to make the world a better place. That's for Libra. For Scorpio, take a look at your friendship circle. Empower your friends. See some friends this weekend. Be the friend you want to have in your own life by being friendly to those loved ones. For Sagittarius, spend some time this weekend with the moon conjunct Pluto in rest, in meditation, in retreat. For Capricorn, all eyes are on you. This upcoming weekend is about you taking your authenticity and being large and loud and being who you are with authenticity and grace. For Aquarius, taking a look at your self-worth and value, like taking a look at your income stream. And our Pisces friends or Pisces rising, it's all about the way you are handling your environment. You might want to do some clutter cleaning, right? Or organizing, or at least not say negative things to yourself, Pisces. You want to avoid doing that indeed, okay? So, oh, I love that, giving up the self-doubt, as I mentioned earlier. We're going to be doing, your friend had a few needed breakthroughs. Fantastic, Carla. Let's see some other comments. Thank you for sharing, Christine. Good evening, Audra. All right. Hi, Debbie B. Hi, Melody. I want to thank everyone who came to the Eclipse Retreat, by the way, on Saturday. Melody was among them and releasing the terror. So was Kathy D. Thank you for being here tonight. It was a great success, I believe. We had 2 sessions. We were in person, we were virtual. I want to remind all of you wonderful people, I will be getting the video out to you tomorrow. And I'm wanting to also launch my April 8th retreat in person. That's going to be very special. So pay attention. Please go to my website for details. I'll be promoting that and sending information out about that. I'm so psyched up about that. I found a place. I found a castle-like environment. Even those of you who are not in the Western New York area, come into Buffalo. You'll have bed and board for 3 nights during the eclipse and ground zero at Buffalo, New York. Alrighty. I'm very happy to do a little drawing here for our lunar lights. And the winner tonight, these are the sharers in our little group, is Christine Rembeck. Hello, Christine. I think I saw your name. Thank you for sharing, honey. Please reach out to me, and I'm going to be sending you a lunar lights for this month, this very important month. And I appreciate you always being a faithful watcher of Cosmic Connections. Susie Wu, thank you for being here tonight. Wonderful astrologer and healer. So, all right, sharing now. Thank you for sharing, Louise. I'm going to do our spiritual messages now. It's very simple. What we need to do is just relax. I do 2 messages, and we'll see. You have to be in the room to receive. If you want one, let me know. And dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words be filled with love and light, truth, inspiration, and healing for the highest, for the best, as we align ourselves with the Holy Spirit. Amen. And I've come to Jillian Hess. Jillian, may I read for you? Just say yes or no. Jillian Hess. Okay. Jillian, as I'm tuning into your energy today, I'm feeling actually the eclipse was not on Saturday, was a little bit of an eye opener for you regarding relationships and how you perhaps have been giving a little bit too much to others and you're kind of putting the boundaries up. And as we move forward the next 2 weeks, you're going to find that balance point, that sweet spot between giving and receiving, because you are very much a giver. And I'm meaning this in particular with family, but there's also some coworkers that you've been like picking up the slack for, and you're going to have the confidence to say, I would like to do this, but I can't do this. So I'm feeling you're setting boundaries in your life. I don't feel that you've been overwrought, but you're going to be able to find that polarization and balance it for yourself. I'm feeling in spirit for you, my dear, tonight. The person that wants to be recognized is a woman who's very serene and very, I want to use the word, she's kind of quiet, not shy, but she would only speak when she had wisdom, pearls of wisdom coming out. She feels very dignified, average build, very sharply dressed. She gives me the feeling that she was educated or in education, that she was always studying or reading books as well. It feels that she may have passed when she was, she looks younger than her years, but she was not quite 70 or in her 70s. And she passed over quickly without a lot. What was, I believe, was heart. And she's coming in, she's guiding you and letting you know that you have created a very good life for yourself and you're very self-critical. She wants you to take away the critical tapes, and because she did that to herself. She was very much a perfectionist. I don't know if you know her chart, but I feel a lot of Virgo within her. And she's saying, tone down your own Virgo within you, Jillian, because you're loved. You are love. You're beloved. And she's hoping and praying that you come to that place of self-acceptance, because she didn't quite make that leap when she was alive. And she's saying something about, as we evolve in our families, that we might not even know a relative. We might just hear about them by anecdotal family history, or you might get a reading and you might hear about a relative you've never really met. But the point is, the genetic memory comes through. And she's talking about you doing some family history as well. And she's very happy with that. And I'll leave that with you, dear Jillian. Okay. Our next reading today is Jerry Duffy. Hi, Jerry. As I'm coming into your energy field tonight, the first thing I want to say is that I'm feeling more festive than normal. I'm feeling, I don't know, there's a birthday celebration around the corner, your birthday or someone close to you, but I'm feeling I'm readying for a party or a celebration. And you love to be that hostess with the mostest. I'm not sure if you're planning a party in your home, or I'm just getting that festive feeling. And I'm also getting with you, there's been a little bit of concern that you've had on a physical level about your energy. You may have been feeling very wild energy leaps. I think that's because you're a great empath. What's been going on in the world and what's been going on chronically in your family. And so I'm seeing you taking steps to bolster your energy field by, maybe getting that acupuncture treatment or massage or healing treatment, because you are a healer and you give so much energy out to so many people. So I'm feeling that this fall is about you getting more treatments for yourself. I'm not seeing something to be concerned about with the health, but that you have to take care of yourself on a different level and more routinely. like a monthly appointment to safeguard, like an oil change, right? When I go to my massage therapist, it's like getting an oil change. But I get this festiveness with you. Okay, I'm glad you're confirming this, Jerry. The other thing I want to say to you in terms of someone from the other side of life, I'm feeling it's more of a contemporary, someone who did not pass like, the 70-year mark, who may have passed a little bit on the younger side. And this feels, it's not necessarily a brother, but it feels very brotherly, not like a lover, but more of a brotherly, a male who passed quickly, unexpectedly, and he was just the life of the party, and he's sorely missed. This may have been a couple of years ago. I'm being a past time, a friend, a brother type of energy with you. And he's coming in just to say how much he always appreciated your beauty, your gentleness, and your true empathic concern for others. He says, your light shines everywhere on this universe of ours. He just wants to give you a compliment. All right, Jerry, I hope that makes sense to you, and I hope that makes sense to you all. Please use this weekend to ready yourself for the big lunar eclipse of the 28th, and get rid of the terror and embrace the healing. That's what we're all doing for the next 6 months. Many blessings to you. We'll see you next week at 8:30 on Wednesday for Cosmic Connections. Good night now.